quadratic questions. JEE Mains September 2020 is the recently completed examination. Okay, so from those papers, I collected all the questions of quadratic, and we are going to discuss these questions in this class. Okay, so first of all, let us look at the second question, which is asked in September 2nd morning. Okay, and the question says that alpha comma beta are the roots of 5x square plus 6x minus 2 is equals to 0. This is a quadratic equation and it has two roots, alpha, beta. And also they mentioned that Sn is equals to alpha power n plus beta power n for natural values of n. So then we need to choose which one among these four is correct. These are the options and we need to choose one option which is correct. Okay, right, this is a regular question. Already we discussed this pattern, these type of questions in regular class. Okay, since they mentioned Sn is equals to alpha power n plus beta power n, and this is the quadratic equation. So since Sn is alpha power n plus beta power n, and since this is the quadratic equation, we have a chance to write the direct statement by concentrating on the coefficients of the quadratic and with this Sn. So what is that statement? 5 into Sn plus 2 plus 6 into Sn plus 1 minus 2 into Sn is equals to 0. This 5, 6 and minus 2 are the coefficients of the quadratic, and since Sn is alpha power n plus beta power n, so this is Sn plus 2, this is Sn plus 1 and this is Sn. The way of generating this statement is very simple and already we discussed it in our regular class. So with the help of this particular statement, we can answer this question as well. We can answer many questions of this type. And specifically, when you look at this, all the options are involved with 4, 5, 6, right? And so, since this is true for all natural values of n, you just take n is equals to 4. If you replace n with 4, 5 into S4 plus 6 into S5 minus 2 into S4 is equals to 0. And 5 into S4 plus 6 into S5 minus 2 into S4 is equals to 0. So when you search in the options, the correct option for our answer is option 1. Okay, this is our choice. Is it right? So the question is very simple and we need to use this particular idea of generating 5 into Sn plus 2 plus 6 into Sn plus 1 minus 2 into Sn is equals to 0. Okay, if you are perfect in writing this statement from the given Sn and the quadratic equation, then the problem is very simple. Okay, have a look. And your answer is option 1. So next question, and this question is asked in September 2nd evening. Okay, so let us read the question. See what is the question. Let f of x be a quadratic polynomial, as the given f of x is a quadratic polynomial such that f of minus 1 plus f of 2 is equals to 0. And I also mentioned that one of the roots of f of x is equals to 0 is 3. One root is 3, very clear. Other root lies in the interval. Other root lies in, that in the sense we need to choose the interval in which interval that other root lies. So f of x is equals to 0 as they given. F of x is equals to 0, since it is a quadratic, it has two roots. Just let one root as alpha and the other root is given as 3. Is it clear? F of x is a quadratic polynomial. For sure it has two roots. One root we need to find, one root it is given as 3. So alpha and 3 are the roots. Initially you just let like that. Okay, let f of x is equals to 0 has roots alpha and 3. And since alpha and 3 are the roots, then it is very clear that x minus 3 and x minus alpha are the factors of this f of x. So I will write that f of x is equals to some a into x minus alpha into x minus 3. You may take not only a, any constant, okay, some k into x minus alpha into x minus 3. Since these two are the roots, so x minus 3 is a factor, x minus alpha is a factor. Since it is quadratic, these two are the only factors in terms of x. So maybe some constant may it have, okay, and that's why we consider that f of x as k into x minus alpha into x minus 3. And we need to find out alpha lies in which interval. That's our task. So now since f of x is equals to k into x minus alpha into x minus 3, now we use that condition, okay. Since as they given f of minus 1 plus f of 2 is equals to 0. So what is f of minus 1? Replace what? X with minus 1. So k into minus 1 minus alpha into 1 minus 3 plus f of 2. Replace x with 2 now. K into 2 minus alpha 2 minus 3 is equals to 0. As since it is equals to 0, you just cancel out this k and try to simplify. 1 minus 3 is how much? 1 minus 3 is what? Minus 2. Minus 2 into minus 1 is 2. Minus 2 into minus alpha is plus 2 alpha. And then, see, 2 minus 3 is what? 2 minus 3 is minus 1. Minus 1 into 2. Minus 1 into 2, okay? Yeah, do I make any mistake here? See, replacing x, okay, 1 minus 3 is minus 2 plus 2 alpha, okay. Just a minute. F of 2, 2 minus alpha into 2 minus 3, right, very good. Minus 1 minus alpha into, yeah, see, minus 1 minus alpha into x minus 3. So, minus 1 minus 3 we need to consider. Not 1 minus 3, minus 1 minus 3. Minus 1 minus 3 is how much? Minus 4. Minus 4 into 1 is 4. Minus 4 into minus alpha is plus 4 alpha. And this 2 minus 3 is minus 1. Minus 1 into 2 is minus 2. Minus 1 into minus alpha is plus alpha is equals to 0. Now it is very clear, 4 minus 2 is 2 and it is 5 alpha. So alpha is equals to minus 2 by 5, which is nothing but minus 4 by 10, and that is equals to minus 0.4. So if you consider that f of x in such a manner, directly you are getting that alpha as minus 0.4. And since alpha value is minus 0.4, that is the other root, you need to choose the interval in which that other root lies. See, minus 0.4, for sure it lies in the third option. It lies in the interval minus 1 to 0. Okay, this is one of the simple way to solve this problem. And this question is asked in September 2nd evening paper. Okay, have a look. So let us read the next question, which is asked in September 3rd morning session. Okay, as they mentioned, alpha, beta are the roots of this. X square plus px plus 2 is equals to 0, and 1 by alpha comma 1 by beta be the roots of this. 2x square plus 2qx plus 1 is equals to 0. And then we need to find the value of this product. Okay, and the answer may be in terms of p and q. Okay, so I won't mention the options here because of the space. The options are in terms of p and q. You need to choose the correct option. Okay, first of all, see, let us look at the problem. The first equation has roots alpha and beta. Okay, x square plus px plus 2 is equals to 0 has roots alpha and beta. See, since this equation has roots alpha and beta, from this we need to find out an equation whose roots are 1 by alpha and 1 by beta. I think you all know the way of finding that. When you replace x with 1 by x, okay, so 1 by x square plus p into 1 by x plus 2 is equals to 0 has roots 1 by alpha and 1 by beta. The given equation has roots alpha and beta. We need to find another equation whose roots are 1 by alpha and 1 by beta. For that, replace x with 1 by x. This is the usual trick. And now when you simplify, when you multiply everything with 1, it becomes like 1 plus px plus 2x square is equals to 0 when you multiply everything with x square. And if you arrange it properly, 2x square plus px plus 1 is equals to 0 has two roots, 1 by alpha and 1 by beta. Now, once look at the question. See, I have an equation 2x square plus px plus 1 is equals to 0 whose roots are 1 by alpha and 1 by beta, and there is another equation 2x square plus 2qx plus 1 is equals to 0 whose roots are 1 by alpha and 1 by beta. At the end, for this equation as well as the given equation, the roots are 1 by alpha and 1 by beta. Both the roots are same. And so, coefficient of x square and constant terms are also same. So finally we conclude that P is equals to 2Q. We have one relation between P and Q which helps us in finding the product. And what is that relation? That relation is P is equals to 2Q. Okay? We have that particular relation, P is equals to 2Q. Now we need to find this product. So now to find the product, the usual way is just multiplication. So alpha into 1 minus alpha is simply nothing but alpha square minus 1 by alpha, and which is simply nothing but beta square minus 1 by beta. Whereas this alpha plus 1 by beta, beta plus 1 by alpha, which can be written as alpha beta plus 1 by beta into alpha beta plus 1 by alpha. Okay? Finding the given product is simply nothing but finding this product. And now this is equals to, the product is like this, alpha square minus 1 into beta square minus 1 into alpha beta plus 1, alpha beta plus 1, which can be written as alpha beta plus 1 whole square divided by alpha beta beta alpha, which is alpha beta whole square. Right? We need to find that product. So, but what is alpha beta? See, just look there. For this equation, the roots are alpha and beta. So we know product of the roots is C by A, which is 2. Alpha into beta is 2. It is very clear. Right? So replace alpha into beta with 2. When you replace alpha beta with 2, 2 plus 1, 3, 3 square is 9, and here 2 square is 4. Directly we have that 9 by 4. Okay? Directly I am writing, since the product is 2, replace alpha into beta with 2. This is 3 square 9 and this is 2 square 4. 9 by 4 into alpha square minus 1 into beta square minus 1. Just go with multiplication. It will become like this, alpha square beta square minus alpha square minus beta square plus 1. Yeah, again we need to simplify it. Again alpha square plus beta square is how much? Because alpha into beta, the product of the roots is 2. Replace 2 here, 2 square you will get. And then this is 1. Minus alpha square beta square means minus of what? Alpha plus, alpha square plus beta square. That's what we need to simplify. So because of the space, I am erasing this. And see, with this discussion we have at the end P is equals to 2Q. Okay. Now this is equals to 9 by 4 into alpha square beta square is 2 square plus 1 minus of alpha square plus beta square. Okay. That is equals to 9 by 4 into 2 square plus 1 is 5. See, this alpha square plus beta square is what? Alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta. Is it right? So I will write it like this, alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta along with this minus will become plus 2 alpha beta. Just have a look. Alpha plus beta whole square along with minus indicates that minus alpha square minus beta square minus 2 alpha beta. To make a balanced one, add 2 alpha beta. Now replace everything. So this is equals to 9 by 4 into 5 minus alpha plus beta. See, for this equation, the roots are alpha and beta as they given. Okay. So sum of the roots is minus p. So minus p square plus 2 into 2 again. Yeah, 2 into 2 is 4 plus 5 is 9 minus p square. So at the end your answer is 9 by 4 into 5 minus, see, not 5, 9 minus p square. 9 by 4 into 9 minus p square. Everything till now we derived using the first relation along with this product. But see, the options may be in terms of q. Here p is equals to 2q. So if you replace p with 2q here, 9 by 4 into 9 minus 4q square is also another option. See, according to the given options, you need to choose the correct one. Just have a look, okay? See, this equation has roots alpha and beta. We know sum of roots, we know product of the roots. Just use it to find this up to this for 9 by 4 into 9 minus p square. At the end, if you wish to replace this p with a q, then use the idea of this 1 by alpha, 1 by beta. Since we have p is equals to 2q, on replacing you will get that 9 by 4 into 9 minus 4q square. Okay, that's the problem. Have a look. Now the next question is from September 3, 2020 evening session paper. Let us read the question. We need to find the set of values of lambda for which this given equation, okay, in terms of lambda. Look at the equation, the coefficients are in terms of lambda. lambda square plus 1 into x square minus 4 lambda x plus 2 is equals to 0. Have exactly one root in the interval 0 to 1. So as they mentioned, it has exactly one root in the interval 0 to 1. Usually we answer these type of problems using what? Graphs, okay, quadratic graphs. First of all, to answer the problem, you need to let the given equation as an expression. So f of x is equals to lambda square plus 1 into x square minus 4 lambda x plus 2. Let us treat that given expression as this. Now try to sketch the graph of this so that it has exactly one root. See, when you look at the coefficient of x square, lambda square minus 1, which is always greater than 0. Lambda square plus 1 is a greater positive quantity. Since it is greater than 0, graph is what? Graph is an upward parabola. Okay. As they mentioned, it has exactly one root in between 0 and 1. Okay. So what we need to consider? When you try to sketch the rough graph, somewhere we have 0 here and somewhere we have 1 here. So in between 0 and 1 we have exactly one root. So we need to sketch the graph. Okay. The graph is an upward parabola. How to sketch the graph? One root is in between these two. The graph may be in such a manner or the graph may be in such a manner. Okay? Yeah. See, for suppose if you treat the rough sketches like this, one root is in between 0 and 1. This is one possibility actually. And another possibility is like this also. One root in between this. Okay? But in both the cases, see, I will give you the other case also where I will give. See, this is 0, this is 1, maybe the graph will be like this. One root in between 0 and 1, other root is greater than 1. One root is in between 0 and 1, other root is less than 0. We have two options. But in both the options, when you search, at 0 the graph is below x-axis. That means f of 0 is negative. At 1 the graph is above x-axis, f of 1 is positive. F of 0 negative, f of 1 positive. And here, f of 0 is above x-axis positive, f of 1 below x-axis negative. So from both the graph, from both the possibilities, the condition what we have is f of 0 into f of 1 is negative. That's one idea. And as they mentioned, exactly one root in between 0 and 1. Okay. What to say about the other root? The other root, see, one root in, since the quadratic, it has two roots. One root is in between 0 and 1. So for that we need to think about its discriminant also. Okay. Since one root is real and then discriminant is greater than or equals to 0. These two conditions we need to check, and by combining these two conditions we need to identify the values of lambda. That's the problem at the end. So I am erasing these graphs. So you just go with these two conditions. So f of 0 into f of 1. Okay. The first condition. F of 0 means replacing x with 0. When you replace x with 0, these two get eliminated. You have 2. And then f of 1. Replace x with 1. When you replace x with 1, what will happen? So lambda square plus 1, okay, minus 4 lambda, okay, plus 2. Replacing x with 1. So this product is less than 0. So this is less than 0. So you just directly send this to that side. And on simplification, what we have? Lambda square plus 1 minus 4 lambda plus 2 is less than 0. Lambda square minus 4 lambda plus 3 is less than 0. Lambda minus 1 into lambda minus 3 is less than 0. And it indicates that 1 less than lambda less than 3. So from this f of 0 into f of 1 less than 0, the restriction is that 1 less than lambda less than 3. And we need to check other condition, which is delta greater than or equals to 0. And after that, the common values of lambda we need to identify. So I am erasing this because of the space. Since they mentioned that exactly one root is in between 0 and 1, we have that f of 0 into f of 1 as a negative quantity. From there, 1 less than lambda less than 3 is okay. And then delta greater than or equals to 0. For this quadratic, delta in the sense discriminant, minus 4 lambda whole square minus 4 into a is coefficient of x square into c means 2, which is greater than or equals to 0. Try to simplify it. So how can we simplify? This is 4 and this is 4 square is 16. So just eliminate 1 4. Then you have 4 lambda square minus, just think about it. This is 16 actually. Here 4 2 is 8. Just remove 8. So you will get 2 here. So 2 lambda square minus lambda square and then minus 1 is greater than or equals to 0. And this is what? Lambda square minus 1 greater than or equals to 0. Is it clear? So lambda square minus 1 greater than or equals to 0 in the sense the values of lambda are what? Less than minus 1 or greater than or equals to 1. See here the lambda values are greater than or equals to 1. Here lambda values are in between 1 and 3. So when you think about the intersection, the common region of these two solutions, see this 1 less than lambda less than 3 is the small region, smaller set of the values which strictly is in this region, okay? And at the end the final solution for this problem is 1 less than lambda less than 3. Okay, the problem comes under location of roots and the problem is somewhat simple if you analyze the question easily. Okay, just have a look, right? Of 2020. So first of all this question, as they mentioned, alpha beta be the roots of x square minus 3x plus p is equals to 0 and gamma delta be the roots of x square minus 6x plus q is equals to 0. So this equation has two roots alpha beta and that equation has two roots gamma delta. So and also they mentioned that alpha beta gamma delta 4 together will form a geometric progression. These four roots are forming a geometric progression and we need to find this particular value 2q plus p divided by 2q minus p. That in the sense, see if we find that p and q, then it is easy to conclude that. First of all, you just have a look, they are forming a geometric progression. Since they are forming a geometric progression, so I will consider that let the first one as some a and beta as some ar, see gamma ar square and delta ar cube. You just consider the roots alpha, beta, gamma, delta. Since they are forming a geometric progression, let them as ar square, ar cube. See, this is a geometric progression with the first term a and the common ratio r. Right. Right. Now from the first quadratic, since the roots are alpha, beta, a and ar, see I will consider that sum of the roots, this is the equation, right? Sum of the roots and the product of the roots. For the first equation, roots are alpha, beta and as per the GP, they are a and ar. So, sum of the roots a plus ar is equals to 3. We are very familiar with it. And the product of the roots a into ar means a square r is equals to p. So, sum of the roots is 3 and product of the roots is 3. Again from the second equation, and now the roots are gamma delta. Gamma is ar square, delta is ar cube, and sum of the roots gamma plus delta. So ar square plus ar cube is equals to 6, as well as the product of the roots. See, when you multiply these two, a square r power 5 is equals to q. Okay, very usual task. Since they mention as GP, these are the terms of GP. Then use sum of the roots and product of the roots, that's it. Now we need to find that 2q plus p by 2q minus p. For that, this is a plus ar, this is ar square plus ar cube. Just divide these two one with the other. Is it clear? I will write it as like this. How can I write? Ar square of 1 plus r is equals to 6. It can be written as, if you count out ar square of 1 plus r. Then a plus r is 3. From there, if you count out a into 1 plus r is equals to 3. A plus r, just separate a. Now divide these two one with the other. This a will get cancelled, 1 plus r will get cancelled. We left with r square. R square is equals to 6 by 3 is 2. So I have r square. But what I need to find? I need to find this 2q plus p divided by 2q minus p. To find that, just replace q and p values. What is q? A square r power 5. What is p? A square r. Just replace there. So 2q in the sense 2 times of a square r power 5 plus p. What is p? P is a square r. Divided by, again in the denominator, 2 into a square r power 5 minus a square r. This value we need to find. See, very simple. A square is a common quantity. See, a square is common for these two terms as well as common in these two terms. Common out a square from numerator and denominator get cancelled. And then r power 5 and r, just you common out 2r also. See, from the numerator you just common out 2a square r. You will get that r power 4 plus 1 divided by, from denominator again 2a square r, not 2a square r, just a minute, sorry, right? A square r we need to common out. A square r. Now here it is 2r power 4 minus 1. So what will happen? See, we have a chance to cancel out that a square r. Okay, just cancel out this a square r. And after cancelling this a square r, since r square is 2, what to say about r power 4? R power 4 is 2 square, which is 4. So replace this r power 4 with 4. This r power 4 with 4. What will happen? 4 2s is 8 plus 1 is 9. Okay, and 4 2s is 8 minus 1 is 7. So the numerator is what? 9 and the denominator is what? 7. At the end your answer for the problem is 9 is to 7. See, the problem needs a little bit knowledge related to the geometric progression as well as this little knowledge related to the quadratic, and needs your calculative and logical skill. At the end your answer for the problem is 9 is to 7. Okay, just have a look and then I will discuss next question, which is asked in September 4th evening session. Okay, have a look. So next problem, September 4th evening session. Okay, see, lambda is a non-zero real number. Okay, alpha beta with the roots of x square minus x plus 2 lambda is equals to 0. Okay, and then think about alpha gamma. Alpha gamma with the roots of this 3x square minus 10x plus 27 lambda is equals to 0. See, for the first equation the roots are alpha beta, so alpha is the root. For the second equation the roots are alpha gamma, again alpha is a root. That in the sense alpha is a common root for these two. Okay, they have one common root. At the end we need to calculate this beta gamma by lambda value. Okay, so that means we need to calculate beta, we need to calculate gamma, we need to calculate lambda. Everything we need to calculate using common root condition. Maybe little bit complicated. Okay, so instead of that what I do is I just apply what the concept related to the simple task, sum of roots and product of the roots. For the first equation the roots are what? Alpha and beta. So from the first equation alpha plus beta is what? Minus b by a, which is 1, because the coefficient of x is minus 1. The formula also has 1 minus, so minus 1 by 1, which is 1. And the product alpha into beta, which is c by a, so directly it is 2 lambda. So sum of the roots is 1 and the product of the roots is 2 lambda. Very good. And for the second equation the roots are alpha gamma. Again use sum of the roots alpha plus gamma, which is minus b by a. Minus b by a in the sense minus of x coefficient divided by x square coefficient. Here x coefficient is minus 10, so minus b in the sense 10 by x square coefficient, which is 3. And what to say about alpha into gamma, product of the roots, which is equals to 27 lambda. So alpha plus beta, alpha plus gamma, alpha into beta, alpha into gamma. First of all, eliminate alpha. Try to frame equations in terms of beta and gamma, and then try to calculate beta and gamma separately. From this what I do is just do subtraction. This is 10 by 3, right? So the second one minus the first one will give us gamma minus beta is equals to 10 by 3 minus 1. So which is nothing but gamma minus beta is equals to 7 by 3. Very good. And now from here just divide. This is alpha beta, this is alpha gamma. Divide the second one by the first one. So alpha gamma by alpha beta. Alpha will get cancelled. We get that gamma by beta is equals to this 27 lambda by 2. Lambda will get cancelled. We left with 27 by 2. Okay. Alpha gamma by beta, gamma minus beta. From this what is gamma? Send beta that side. Replace that beta here. Simply you will get beta value. Now see, in this gamma you just replace this 27 beta divided by 2 minus beta is equals to 7 by 3. we need to solve. See, minus 2, 27 minus 2 is 25, and 25 beta by 2 is equals to 7 by 3. Is there anything to simplify? So nothing looks like that. So beta is equals to 14 divided by 75. 2 7s and 25 3s. Beta value is 14 divided by 75. Then what you say about gamma? Then gamma is equals to, gamma is 27 beta by 2, right? So 27 by 2 into beta. What is beta? 14 by 75. So now it needs some simplification. 2 7s is 14, and then 3 9s and 3 25s. So further it is 63 divided by 25. So finally what I have beta, I have gamma. But what I need to get? Lambda also, because we need to calculate the value of beta gamma by lambda. Then what you say? So everybody just have a look. Actually I did a mistake here, okay? Here the second equation, the roots are alpha gamma. So alpha into gamma is c by a, that in the sense 27 lambda. This is constant by x square coefficient 3 I need to consider, okay? It's a small mistake, and then this is 27 by lambda by 3, which is equals to 9 lambda. From there we need to calculate every other value. So I am erasing this. Now if you just have a look, again the same procedure is same, but a little bit values different, okay? Alpha gamma by alpha beta is gamma by beta, which is equals to 9 lambda by 2 lambda is 9 by 2, right? Now from there gamma is equals to 9 by 2 beta. Okay. Now replace this gamma value in this. Now what is 9 by 2 beta minus beta is equals to 7 by 3. Here I have gamma minus beta is equals to 7 by 3, and gamma is 9 by 2 beta. So just replace here. And on simplification 2 beta. So now 7 beta by 2 is equals to 7 by 3. So comfortable. Now beta is equals to 2 by 3. That's good. Beta is equals to 2 by 3. Since beta is equals to 2 by 3, what you say about gamma? Then gamma is equals to 9 by 2 beta. 9 by 2 into beta is what? 2 by 3. 2 and 2 will get cancelled. You left with gamma is equals to 3. Very good. See, gamma is 3. Now I need to find lambda also. See, this gamma 3 is somewhat a comfortable value, which is a root of the second equation. Alpha, gamma be the roots of second equation, right? So 3 is a root of this equation. So replace 3 in the place of x. Okay. Take 3 in second equation. Take x is equals to 3 in second equation. If you do in such a way, I am replacing 3 into 3 square. Directly I will write, replacing 3 here, okay. 3 into 3 square minus 10 into 3 plus 27 lambda is equals to 0. Just look there, 3 square is 9, 9 3 is 27. 27 minus 10 into 3, okay. X is 3, right? So 10 into 3 is 30. 27 minus 30 is minus 3. Send that minus 3 that side. 27 lambda is equals to 3. Lambda is equals to 1 by 9. So at the end I have beta, I have gamma, I have lambda. What I need to find? I need to find beta gamma by lambda. So I will use this space. Beta, which is 2 by 3, gamma 3 divided by lambda, which is 1 by 9. So when you simplify, 3 and 3 will get cancelled. 9 2 is 18, and that's your answer. So beta gamma by lambda is 18. Is it clear? Have a look. Just have a look. Next two questions of main September 2020. One is asked in September 5th morning, and the other one is September 5th evening. So just like let us read the second question. See, alpha beta be the roots of this. 7x square minus 3x minus 2 is equals to 0. So from this we need to calculate this value. First of all, since alpha and beta be the roots of this, 7x square minus 3x minus 2 is equals to 0, what you say about the sum of the roots? Sum of the roots alpha plus beta is c minus b by a, so minus of x coefficient by x square coefficient, and product of the roots alpha into beta. Alpha into beta is constant by coefficient of x square c by a. C here it is minus 2 and minus 2 by 7. Sum of the roots and product of the roots. So now I will find alpha square plus beta square. Alpha square plus beta square is simply alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta. Okay, very regular idea. Alpha plus beta is 3 by 9 and its square is simply what? 9 by 49 square. Minus 2 alpha beta. Here one minus, there one minus, minus and minus plus 2 into 2 is 4 plus 4 by 7. See, yeah. Next what to do? This is 9 by 49, this is 4 by 7. So 49 is LCM, 7 4 is 28, 28 plus 9 is 37. So 37 divided by 49 is alpha square plus beta square. Now what is this value? Just simply took LCM. If you took LCM, alpha into this 1 minus beta square is alpha minus alpha beta square plus, and here just calculate these two. Beta minus beta alpha square divided by the product of these two. Product of these two is simply nothing but 1 minus alpha square minus beta square plus alpha square beta square. So this is equals to alpha plus beta minus, from these two terms, alpha beta of alpha plus beta. So alpha beta into alpha plus beta is simply alpha square beta and alpha beta square. And in the denominator 1 minus of alpha square plus beta square plus alpha beta whole square. So we know alpha plus beta as 3 by 7. Alpha into beta as minus 2 by 7. And alpha square plus beta square as 37 by 49. Again alpha into beta as minus 2 by 7. When we use these three values, okay, here in this part, and on simplification we will get the required answer, okay, and the required answer is 27 by 60. Okay, use these three values, substitute here and simplify it to get that 27 by 60. Okay, just do it now. So 9x square minus 18 mod x plus 5 is equals to 0. Write this x square as mod x square, because see, since square is involved, x square and mod x square both are same. So 9 mod x square minus 18 mod x plus 5 is equals to 0. See, now look at this. It looks like a quadratic in terms of mod x. When you factorize, this quadratic is simply 3 mod x minus 1 into 3 mod x plus minus 5. From there mod x is equals to 1 by 3 or 5 by 3. So since mod x is 1 by 3 or 5 by 3, x is plus or minus 1 by 3 or plus or minus 5 by 3. The question asks you to find all the product of the roots. So 1 by 3 into minus 1 by 3 into 5 by 3 into minus 5 by 3. So this product is simply 25 by 81, and that's your answer. Okay, have a look. Let us look at the next problems. Okay, so September 6th morning question, September 6th evening question from quadratic of mains 2020 September. See the second one. Alpha beta be the roots of this 2x into 2x plus 1 is equals to 1, and beta is what? In terms of alpha we need to identify. When you look at the equation 2x into 2x plus 1 is equals to 1, see, it's a quadratic actually. When you multiply, okay, 2x into 2x is what? 4x square plus 2x minus 1 is equals to 0. This equation has two roots, alpha and beta. Right. I need to what? I need to get the value of beta in terms of alpha, okay, as a part of simplification. Just have a look from there. What is the sum of the roots? Sum of the roots, as we mentioned, as we discussed, minus b by a minus 2 by 4, which is 1 minus 1 by 2. And what is the product of the roots is c by a, which is minus 1 by 4. Okay. Alpha plus beta is minus 1 by 2, alpha into beta is minus 1 by 4. I need to express beta in terms of alpha. So how can I express that? Just have a look, okay? You just start your discussion with beta. Beta is equals to, from this sum of the roots, beta is equals to minus 1 by 2 minus alpha. That's very good. Okay. I need this alpha, the 2 in terms of what? Squares, right? So beta is equals to minus 1 by 2 minus alpha is one idea. And the other idea is, since alpha is the root of this, I can write it like this: 4 alpha square plus 2 alpha minus 1 is equals to 0. See, 4 alpha square plus 2 alpha minus 1 is equals to 0 because alpha is a root for it. But I need beta as minus 1 by 2 minus alpha. And that's why what I do is, send this 1 that side. What will happen? 4 alpha square plus 2 alpha is equals to 1. And divide with 2. What will happen? 2 alpha square plus alpha is equals to 1 by 2. Is it clear? Is there anything wrong? Okay. From sum of the roots, beta is equals to minus 1 by 2 minus alpha. And since alpha is a root, replace alpha in the place of x. So now 1 by 2 is 2 alpha square plus alpha. But what is minus 1 by 2? Now I will use this part. Okay. See, somewhat bit logical here actually. So beta, which is equals to minus 1 by 2 minus alpha. 1 by 2 is this 2 alpha square plus alpha. Minus 1 by 2 means what will happen? Multiply with minus 2 alpha square minus alpha, and again one more minus. So minus 2 alpha square minus 2 alpha. When you common out minus 2 alpha of alpha plus 1, and when you look at the options, option 3 is your choice, and beta is this minus 2 alpha into alpha plus 1. It's a bit logical, but already this type of problem, okay, is asked in somewhat previous mains questions. Okay, just have a look. See, very logical question. This equation has two roots, alpha and beta. We need to express beta in terms of alpha, and for that I used the idea of sum of the roots as well as the basic definition of the root. Have a look. And we have one more question. Okay, just have a look. See, another question from September 6th morning. Actually, when you observe all the questions of mains, okay, the questions are a bit simple actually, okay, but it needs presence of mind. Okay, see, this problem but looks somewhat difficult, but when go for the calculation, very easy. See, alpha cube by beta power 5 power 1 by 8. Just I will write it like this. Okay, alpha power 3 by 8 divided by beta power 5 by 8. Okay, plus the second term, beta cube by alpha power 5 power 1 by 8. So again I will write it like this: beta power 3 by 8 divided by alpha power 5 by 8. Okay, just to LCM. Okay, when you calculate the LCM, product of these two is in the denominator, beta power 5 by 8 into alpha power 5 by 8. And then when you multiply this alpha power 5 by 8 with this alpha power 3 by 8, it will become alpha because sum of the powers is 1. Okay, plus when you multiply this beta power 5 by 8 with this beta power 3 by 8, it will become beta. So at the end what I have simply alpha plus beta divided by alpha beta to the power 5 by 8. As they mentioned that alpha beta be the roots of this x square minus 64x plus 256 is equals to 0. From there we have alpha plus beta value as 64 and alpha into beta as 256. So this is equals to 64 divided by 256 to the power 5 by 8. This is what we need to calculate. What is 256 actually? 256 is 2 power 8 actually, we know it, right? So that is equals to 64 divided by 2 power 8 to the power 5 by 8. These two will get cancelled. 64 by 2 power 5 is 32 and your answer at the end 2. Okay, have a look. Simple calculation with the sum of roots and product of the roots. And at the end these are the questions from mains September 2020 of quadratic. Okay, see, when you observe all these questions, as I said, all these questions are very simple but bit logical. Okay, have a look.